Hello and welcome to We Review Everything. I'm your host, Sen, and today we're going to take a look at the realized model Zoids Command Wolf RZ-009, or for the realized model brand line, our MZ-003. This is a wolf type model. The Command Wolf is my favorite Zoid out of all of them. I already pulled the instruction manuals out, which I don't know why there's two of them. I find that a bit weird. So I have this. This one's like on flimsy paper. It's not going to be a very long model. It's pretty short. But then I have a thicker one. It's kind of made with a lot more solid material. But it is in every single which way identical in every way possible. See? So I don't know why there's a thicker one and a thinner one. Maybe I'm supposed to hang up the thicker one as some type of cool display thing. Might actually do that. Just my idea there. But, so, in all normal cases, so the realized model is actually the newest manufacturer of Zoids models. Oh, almost dropped it. They, originally it was Tomy, which is produced by Hasbro. It's fine. Oh. And Tomy models have a little engine you put in them. So you wind them up and then you set them and they'll walk like actual toys. It's like a build your own toy type of line, which is really cool. Give me some space. A, or is that V? No, it's A. A, B, C, E. But yeah, so, and then Kotobukiya, which makes super high-end models, made extremely well-detailed versions of Zoids. And instead of having a motor, they actually had you manufacture them down to like the bare hydraulics and stuff, and build up from there. So they're fully posable, they're in depth, they're cool. And I have the Tomy and the Kotobukiya version of the Command Wolves over on my display case over there. And now, we're all excited that a new manufacturer is building, is creating Zoid models, because Zoid fans are starved for entertainment. My dog's running around somewhere. Sammy! Babies. Oh, yours over there on the bed. Never mind. You're okay, Sammy. You enjoy your lay down. It's gonna be warm over there, though. Don't get overheated, babies. Okay. Anyway, enough about Sammy and his superior fighting force. What's the Z for? Whatever. P. So, A, B, C, D, E, and F, and you have these, which are P and Z. Now, these are probably put into every model kit instead of like this being unique to this. Is it probably installed in all of them in order to, give you the stuff you need to put them together. So, what happens with Zoid models? And I don't have my clippers with me too. Oh, there they are. Within arm's reach. So I don't have the appropriate tools to be able to properly remove stuff from the trees. So I use toenail clippers. Pinches it just right. Anyway, so what I was saying is the Kotobukiya models are actually my favorite. They even come with like Zoid cores, which is like the power source for the Zoid. It's the organic components of the Zoid compressed down to a small ball, and then Planet Z is apparently like a heavily metallic world, so these Zoid cores exist in the water and accumulate metal around them, and somehow through some kind of magnetic control system, they just develop into the appropriate blah 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 blah. You get it. Oh, okay. I was looking at the wrong thing. You start with A, apparently. Oh, I'm building the head first. Well, that's new. Okay, let's build the head then, I guess. Zoid's lore aside, yeah, being able to build a Zoid, well, being able to see the intricacies of the deep design, like goes into like under the armor and stuff, you don't really get to see a whole lot of that in the shows. So, as a fan of like robotics and mechanical stuff like that, I am completely on board. So the plastic seems a little soft to me. It does. I mean, I haven't built a million models like some people have, but I built enough that I can judge like based on the plastic. So the soft plastic does concern me a bit. I'm actually a little bit nervous that it's going to be like easily bendable or breakable. I don't need that light. Uh-huh. Let's see. F2. Really? I guess that goes on the... Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, the clear plastic components are always a little bit stiffer. I think it's because of the material they have to use in order to make them clear. And I need the control stick, which is part of E. Just here, just here. Ah, these are going to be the darker components right there. There it is. Roll, 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 roll. One of the things I like most about Zoid models is that they're snapped together. So as opposed to like car models and stuff where you're forced to use glue and be very precise, but don't use too much glue or else it'll like blah blah. Zoids models are instead... Let's just go on. Oh, okay. Zoids models instead just snap together. There we are, see? Stays right in there. Put that in there and get the jaw, which is located right here. Part A. Yeah, I guess when you've built enough of them, you just start recognizing what pieces are what, so you don't need the instructions to tell you the exact number every time. Like, I know what a command wolf's jaw looks like at this point. I have built one very intricately with the Kotobukiya model. Okay, that's all of it. Put them all together. Put it down, bring it in. Oh, this is going to be small, like real small. Look at that guy. Look at him. He goes, "Ow!" Okay, now for you. Now for you. Okay. Instructions say I need P1. I need D. I need A1. Fair. And I always put my fingers all over it to make sure there's nothing like sticking out after I take off the tree, because if that's the case, I'll trim it a little bit. Because I want everything to look as pretty as I can, even if I can't do this like hyper professionally. Okay. There we are. Fits in there. I wonder what that's going to be. And now I need D6. Right there. Having soft plastic sometimes helps if I want to just roll it off the tree. That doesn't always work out in my favor, though, so use sparingly, I suppose. You have no idea what I'm building. I am so confused. Okay, I got this piece. Right. Looks like I'm building the neck. Okay. Whew. Confused me for a minute. So I need... Okay, I need to come here. A15 and P2. So there are several extremely well done Zoids games out and about. And if you're following the Zoids page on Facebook, there is one secretly in development. Hopefully it won't be so secret that the studio never knows about it, like Skylander 7. I need A15. Okay. Good. Okay. P2 goes on here. It is P2. Okay. It just isn't fitting on right. Wonder if this is an oversight. Hopefully not. Really want this to work. There we are. Got it. Nice. Went in. Okay. This goes on to here. Okay, I got it upside down. There we go. That goes on there, snaps together. Beautiful. That goes in here because why the fuck not? Oh, someone designed this. Yeah, so instead of being... So, Kotobukiya is a positioning type Zoid. The Tomy original model don't position well. Like, they're designed to be stiff so that way they can have that walking mechanic originated from this little motor that you put inside of it. The Realize are also positionable. They're not motorized, which means I'm going to be able to pose it however I want when I'm done. Now my Kotobukiya model, that came with like all the weapon systems. And I mean all the weapon systems that you can put on here, with the exception of like the super high-end custom parts. Okay, so A9. There we go. There we are. That's going to come in underneath as such. And then I also need a 14, which is, for lack of better words, and accuracy, the scruff of the neck. Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that boy. Oops. There he goes. Right to the floor. Sit down. There we go. And there you have it. Little by little, we build this guy. Okay. Moving on. That was step 1. Moving to step 2. D32. D32. See, there's a little bit of a protrusion sticking out there, so we're going to trim that. And I also need D31, naturally, the other half of this thing. For the internals, I'm going to need a P8, which is 778. Oh, am I going to need both of them? Okay, 2 P8s then. Now, I only have 2, so... Usually when you're finished with these types of models, you kind of don't have any extra left over. Well, no, you usually end up having a few extra of the rubbery pieces, which is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Ta-da! Alright, not sure what we're building yet. This is probably for the body. But we're going to find out. I need D27 and D28. Ooh, that's going to be a sneaky piece. So D27 and 28 have these little prongs sticking out the top of them, as hopefully you can tell from this picture. And one of the connections to the tree is from that prong. So it would be very easy to not pay attention and end up cutting off the prong, which is probably more aesthetic than anything else, but would still be heartbreaking. Because we want a 100% built model. Okay. There, now back to where I started, right? D29, D30. I already have D29 cut off, so all that's left is D30. I like to organize the I'm not sure if that's actually part of it. That's hard to tell. It looks like it should be, but it might not be. I'll trim it for uniformity. There we go. Yeah, okay. So this is D30. Right there. No way that fits on there. Oh. No. So this is going in the backside here as such. This is the hip area. I can tell right away that's going to be the hip. Yeah, must be. And then... oh, it does fit. Huh. Didn't think it would, but apparently it does. Doesn't seem to go in very deep. Don't start with the "that's what she said" crap. We're not child schoolers. Are there any other D1s? I'll use the only D1. I used it on... oh, that's P. That's why I'm looking at the wrong tree. D1 is right there. Twist. Just remember, anytime you ever build a model, half the pieces, especially the small pieces, will always end up directly onto the floor. It is just the state of things. Okay, so this goes down here, underneath. Nice, beautiful, accurate, pretty, good. Alright, and this, P4. Gonna go upside down, right? Come on. Right there, nice. Okay. Goes in there apparently. And then this clips on the other side. I knew it wasn't in there all the way. Take it on. How long will I slide? Separate my side. I don't believe it's fair. My throat's all I ever had. I don't. Find out why it's not fitting in there correctly. Okay, so this is the piece. So this goes in as such. Okay, they're the same no matter what, so I just stick that in there. Ah, there it is. Took a minute, but I got it in there. Had to use some force on that one. Ooh, that is very stiff. A very stiff piece. But now, this should fit in. See, so I can twist this, move this up and down. It's a whole hip system. Legs are probably going to get attached directly to that. And that would be the chest. And one more piece, and then I'm done with this step. E. That E? That's F. E, here it is. E6. Yep, there it is. The front ventilation system. There it is. Woo! Look at that. So this is going to be connected like this. And then he's going to be a good boy. Alright, now it looks like we're attaching armor pieces. Let's go. Let's do it. Testing. Yeah, good. How long, how low last separate myself. Don't believe it's fair. It's not proud, it's all Here we go. Looks like I'm attaching this at. Oh, this could be the. Oh yeah, okay, I see. Actually, this is probably going to attach right here then. Looking at it as I am. Yeah, that's exactly how it's going to go. So I had it upside down before. This is how it's going to look. That's going to attach right there. But I'm not putting all that on right now. So I have to put together the armor correctly, not incorrectly. Oh. Ah, there we are. Perfect. Nice. Ooh, this is going to be such a small little wolf. I'm going to call this the command puppy. And piece 9, which is... that's 10, I think. No, that's 9. Okay. Up, down, and release. See, this is what I was talking about, where the pieces, the little pegs stick out. If I had accidentally cut those off, I wouldn't be able to plug the, I wouldn't be able to plug this armor into it as such. And now, oh, look how nice that is. See, that's going to be a problem. Posing this is like, it's really stiff to begin with, but the armor is only held on by these tiny little pegs. And there's no reason for it to be held on like that. They could easily have had that clip in a way where you just can't easily remove it. But the way it is, that's just going to pop off every single time because it's like only 2 tiny little pegs holding it in. That's going to be annoying. But we live and we move on. Alright, and now that the armor's on, we build the tail. Now, I'm going to be the first one to say it. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say it before me. The tail on the command wolf is completely useless. There's no reason for the command wolf, like mechanically, to have a tail. It doesn't do anything. There's no benefit to it. I mean, you could say, like, oh, it helps with aerodynamics. It doesn't. Or, oh, it helps with, it helps with armor or something. It doesn't. Like, it doesn't even help with balance because it's a mechanical system. See, animals in the wild have tails for balance because if they need to go on their hind legs or something, it's a counterweight. But the command wolf is a mechanical system. It can, by computers, automatically, by the nature of computers, can automatically counterweight itself, which means that the tail is there because it's a wolf and for no other reason. Which, if a Zoid was a just a robot, then I could point out. but Zoids aren't. They are living creatures. They are living balls with mechanical components built around them through, like, I don't know, some type of magnetic system. So it has a tail because the DNA of the Zoid itself within that tiny ball says that it must. Which I'm happy to say makes more sense. I'm just going to stick that on there. So this is the only Zoid I've ever built where it had these little ball joint things. See how that's circular? Usually you don't have that in Zoids. You don't have that in most models, most Japanese models that I've seen. Okay, and that... Why would I wait to plug this in? It's right there. The instructions say to wait, so I guess we're waiting. There's no reason to, but we're going to do it anyway, because that's what the instructions say. Okay. It's like we're moving to the double barrel beam cannon, which is not the same cannon, okay? Not the same cannon as the cannon that you usually see on a Zoid. The cannon you usually see on the Command Wolf is the... God, I don't remember the caliber. But it's like a massive double beam cannon. And it is not... This one, however, is literally designed to be controlled by a separate individual in the cockpit, and then the one in the cockpit. Which, if we're looking at it based on like war possibility, I can understand. Not really, because you can literally control it from the cockpit. It's just another guy out on the field that could be doing other stuff. I mean, I guess when you look at tank crews, they always have like multiple people, because you can't just pilot a tank with one guy. You got one guy driving, one guy aiming, one guy loading and shooting and stuff like that. I don't know how tanks are nowadays. I'm sure they probably consolidated some of that responsibility, because even that sounds like a lot of extra busy work. I'll just go in here. Goes underneath, clicks in, flips over, and done. There it is. Ta-da! Look at that. See, now this would be cool if it were a separate component, like it came off and flew around or whatever, but it doesn't do that. It stays on the back, gets driven around by the Command Wolf. Actually, there's one Command Wolf model that came out real recently that I'm super excited about. It's a urban defense model, and basically it has like additional armor across it, and like missiles and all kinds of cool new stuff. And I'm always interested in new stuff for the Command Wolf, because Command Wolves need more love. Okay, Command Wolves always get replaced in every series, and it pisses me off because it is like the coolest Zoid, my favorite Zoid. My boy gets no love. None. He's the Vegeta of Zoids. P5. Like, I'm not going to lie to you whatsoever. I am really, really tired of Ligers getting all the love. All the love. Every Liger. Pisses me off. Pisses me off. Like, they're always the main character. So it's not fitting in there. Do I have tongues sticking out? There. Bend it back a little bit before sitting. Nope. Come on, buddy. Get in your hole. Yeah, I guess it's supposed to slide in like this, but it's not. One side just keeps not going in. The other side warps out. I'm gonna figure this out. Hold on. Come on. Struggling with this one piece. Damn you, step 4, part 2. Slowing down my stream. Making things difficult. Okay, that's it. A 8-8. Perfect. Ta-da. Oh, that's pretty. I like the color dynamic there. So you got white on, I'm not going to say black, I'm going to say dark steel. Very pretty. Gunmetal. Oh, that's pretty. Issue is, like, this whole thing is going to have to get painted. Like, there's just, if I were a better painter, I would paint all my models. Okay, A7. We're on a roll. Look how much of this is gone already. So the white pieces are a little bit more sturdy than the darker pieces. That's a note that I can give you, because it is a fact. Okay. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Put it. There we go. Put it here alongside the head, the body, the tail. And we will eventually put all of this together. Okay. Smokestacks. Oh, smoke discharger. Yes, because the Command Wolf has a smoke screen ability that he never uses. Command Wolf is largely a frontline Zoid. It is highly... There we go. It is highly mobile and agile. It's not the fastest Zoid. It's not the most agile Zoid. But it is sturdy and highly compatible with numerous weapon systems. So if you need a Zoid that will get the job done, that you can equip for any combat-ready job, that is the Command Wolf. More so than the Liger. Okay, You're gonna get nothing but Liger hate from this channel, guys. Nothing but Liger hate. Ooh, oh nope, still the pilots. All that's left on this tree are 2 pilots. Which means I'm not taking that apart until the end. So in a way, while the Command Wolf might not be the most versatile Zoid, it is the most compatible. It can be adjusted for any job, any location, any environment, any purpose. Okay, D. Oh, yeah. Alright, D16, let's do it. All the way over here, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. P4. See, I like the soft plastic models because you have the option to just sort of twist pieces off. It's not, you don't have to have all the right tools. It helps to have the right tools, but I'm doing this with a pair of toenail clippers and I'm working just fine. But if you have like enough hand strength, you can just probably just like clip these pieces off with just your fingernails and then clip them together because you don't need glue. You don't need much of anything. And glue will help. Like this piece right here, like where that piece of armor, that will probably end up having to get glued down only because it has no purpose for being able to move, and at the same time, it's probably going to fall off very easily from just adjusting and moving it around. Now, I am excited about this, though. So, one of the problems I have with the Kotobukiya, and I love Kotobukiya. Kotobukiya models are the best models as far as I'm concerned, because they're so intricate. But the problem I have is because they're so intricate, they fall apart very easily when you're posing them. This is simple. This is so simple, in fact, that it probably won't be able to fall apart. Like, it's just held together with, basically every part fits inside of every other part. So it's very unlikely that it's going to be able to fall apart whatsoever. And I'm excited about that. At least the body is. The Command Wolf on the Kotobukiya Command Wolf hips fall off every time I move it. Don't even get me started on the Shield Liger. That thing will not stay apart for any reason. It is literally too heavy for its own legs. It sucks. That is the worst model. I think it's the first Kotobukiya model too. But it is terrible. Like, I cannot pose it and get it to stay in one spot. It will fall apart. Like, even when I just have it sitting there doing nothing, the guns will just fall off of it. For no reason. It needs to get glued down. It was very ill planned. Alright, back to this. I need D11. And twist. usually when you're building a model, you want to use an X-Acto knife. That is the correct tool for this job. I don't have one of those. So I have to go back in every time I do something and make sure there's no excess plastic left over from the prongs. If you're watching this in the comments, tell me what you call these things. I call them trees. I've heard them called spruces. I've heard them called prongs. You tell me what you call them. I want to know. And if you happen to know what the correct name for them is, definitely let me know. C7. C7 jump. C7 run. Ooh. That is pretty. I am making legs. Yep, front legs. Oh, we're gonna maybe do it again. No, this is just the front left leg. All that work for the front left leg. Crazy. So when this comes together, this is going to be sat on top of that. Unless there's another piece. I think that's it, though. I don't think... That's weird, because I always remember this being, like, on a longer stalk, so it comes up higher, but I might be wrong about that. Just another reason, like, if it doesn't have a major mechanic for why it needs to be that high, I don't see why it is. But, for why it needs another pilot. That's just a mechanical issue that I personally have. I just don't see the point in the second pilot specifically controlling the guns, especially when the gun is going to be an exact target. Like, you're not... Like, you have to be a brave and crazy son of a gun. To want that job. Okay, let's get started. D20. D20 it is. Let's see. Where is D20? There it is. There you are. That came off. Yeah, see, you have a little thing looping up there. That's a cable cord. That's an That's an exposure. There's no reason for that to be exposed. That should be covered up. I understand, like, the function. Like, you need hydraulics, you need electronic systems, whatever. You don't want things like that exposed for the enemy to shoot or to get stuck on a rock or some type of debris kicking up and hitting it. Like, you cover... it doesn't matter. You want to cover areas of vulnerability. Okay, so I need P6. P6. And P5. Oh. I have so many P5s. Good, because I'm going to need them all. Every P5 gets used. Easy. This fits right in here. Just got to line it up right. There we go. Perfect. Nice. Now for D9. RZ-009 is not just a river in Egypt. Okay. Whew, we're almost at the 1 hour mark, guys. Ooh, look at that. Pretty, 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 pretty. It all comes together. Love it. That is 2 pieces of the same leg. Nice try. I knew where you were going. You stood no chance. So this is going to be some type of hinge point. Anyway. Whew, okay, D14. Let's do it. D14. Flip it over. 13, 14, right there. Nice. Yeah. Okay. I also need. That's not this. That's not this. What piece is that? D5. See, that's one of the things. I'm not sure if that's what it is. Okay, I can see it. That's supposed to be there. Okay. It tried to fool me, and it almost did. P7. Ah. Going. Don't know where that ended up. Uh-oh. Is it on the floor? It just flew away. Give me a sec, guys. Okay, I found it. Alright, try again. Get the piece through the hole. Without breaking the piece and without breaking the hole. The struggle of every man! Ah! Whew. New models, right? Always with the stiffness. Alright, this is the lower part of the leg. And our very first Z-piece. Z-piece number 1. Nice, pretty, beautiful, awesome, totally cool. Leg goes on leg. Nice. And then this goes down into the top. Look at it. Ah, so pretty. So beautiful. So completely blocked by this one piece right here when it's... There we go. Ah, look at that leg. Look at them legs. Now this is a front legs. It's going to be over here. However, there's still two more things I got to stick on here. Oh, looks like I got my second Z piece too. Number 2 Z piece. Ta-da. Awesome. Alpha 3. Nice. Hey Google, does a command wolf have a strike laser? Oh, hey Google. Huh, must have gotten unplugged somehow. Whatevs, I don't care. And now, it still doesn't stand up on its own. Now, where was I looking at that? So there's the game. Oh, well, not the game. The box wants you to believe that they have a strike claw attack, which I have never seen. But maybe they do. Maybe they don't. Maybe if you end up in close quarters combat, you might just want your first instinct is to shoot something. Or maybe if you have a double beam cannon that literally has splashback, maybe the best option is just to kick something. Bam! Right in the face. Maybe that's the best option. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. And that is what a command wolf leg looks like. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And this is why dogs are better than cats, people. This is why dogs are better than cats. Alright. Front leg. Number 1. Done. And we are 1 hour in. 1 hour in and 4 minutes. That is some good streaming. And we're on part 6. Oh, sorry. Now we're on part 7 out of 11. Yeah, 11. Yeah, most of this is written in Japanese, which I don't read. So, there's that. Smokestacks go here. I probably got them on the wrong side anyway. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Moving on. D12. Now we're going to work on the left hind leg. So we're doing everything on this side first. Then we're going to do everything on this side. And then we get to put it all together. Because that'll be the last. That makes no sense. Okay. Anyway, D12. Whew. Let's see. P4. There it is. Just gotta line it up, slide it in. Boom. Very pretty, very beautiful, very nice. D19. You know, I get it, it's like a puzzle, but why is it like a puzzle? Like, why don't they just... I never understood that about models. Like, they never just have, like, oh, you're building... This tree is for these components. Let's put them in exact order. Maybe it has to do with, like, spacing or something. Because I don't see why I'm going from D12 to D19. Just have them... It should be like D12, D13, D14. Just, I mean, I do not make models from a manufacturer. So I can't say why manufacturers do what they do. I can't even speculate. Nice try. So this needs to go on exactly all at once, or else it won't go on at all. Yeah, looks like that's how that goes on. All right. So this piece has a slight curve to it that fits the curve of the model, so it goes, when you press it down, it like rolls into the right spot. All right, so that is the top of the left hind leg. It's going to be like this and knock over everything. Nice. Okay, it's gonna be like this. The next part is D24. D24. Moving up in the world. P5 and P6. P5, nope, that's P6. I'll go get that one then, since it's there. Come on. Come on. Ooh, nice try. Alright. And P5, which is right here. Look how much of that we have left. Very little. Goes in as such on top. Oh, that one slid in nice. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. Okay. 23. Right to the floor. Still got a lot of D's left. Ha ha! Sadness. Okay. Very nice. Now that's pressed together. See, so this is going to end up going directly on top of here as such. See that? Boom. Ooh, okay. D7. Okay, D3. Back to it, back to it, back to it. Oof. Closing in on me fast. That time is. Gotta speed it up. Okay, P7. Come on, come on. Yes! Press. Press. Okay. A5. Oh. It's on here. Alright. This goes on to here. And you slide in on top and hind leg. Nice. Okay. Oh, it's not done yet. Oh, it was one more piece. C. Where is C? Oh, right in front of me. B's going to go over here. A goes back here. B goes here. Okay. I need C5. C, D, E. Hey, first one done. F is empty. Just now realized it. Okay. Upside down, turn it, bring it here. And that is the hind leg. Very pretty. Doesn't move a lot, does it? I mean, that's fine. It doesn't need to. Oh. Part 7. Right front leg. So, same as before. D17. Move, 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 move. No time for stalling. No time for any of those failed economic systems. Okay. P4, which is right here. Slide it in, flat first. Come on, go in the hole. There it is. Oh, that looks so nice. It feels so nice. It is so nice. Okay. Okay. D11, 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 D11. It's missing. I'm looking at the wrong one. D18. Right here. And done. Almost dropped it. C4. C4, C4, C4. There it is. Move in. Got it. D21. D21, that's set like that. P5 and P6. P5. And P6 right here. Yep. D10. D10, right there. An hour, 23 minutes. Gotta hurry. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna make this one, guys. D15, D15, right here. D15. Put together? No. D4. D4, there it is. Almost. 7. Okay, this goes on here. Is that not right? It goes on here. Making simple mistakes because they're moving so fast. That's okay. There we go. Fix the heel. But I noticed it was wrong. Okay. I gotta get to A6. Oh, that came off easy. Very nice. And down. Z parts. over. B1, yes. Oh, B1. And that is, B is complete. Sorry, Sammy. Hey, Daddy, things flying around. I don't know what's going on. I must do. Sammy Sams? Oh, there you are, Boo-Boos. You want to come up and see Daddy? Come on. Sorry, guys. Sammy always comes first. He is the best, Boo-Boos, and I love him. He's my baby boys. Come here. You're so douche. He's a tiny little baby douche. I know. You're so loving. Okay. Daddy's got 2 minutes to build a hind leg. 2 minutes, Sammy. You lay here. Okay, don't lay there. I don't care. I'm not gonna hold you down like some leftist political streamer. Make you stay in a spot with a command word and then shock you when you move. That's not happening. I don't do that shit. I just talk shit about it. Okay. Okay, that's done. Front leg is done. I'm gonna start putting this together. There's no reason not to. We do not tolerate animal cruelty on this channel. This channel is a animal-loving zone. Even dogs, even cats. Ah, there we go. Wow, this is small. This is so tiny. Look how tiny that is. Oh, that's why I can't put the front legs on yet. See, there's a reason why we follow the instructions and don't get excited. Okay. This can go on, though. No reason not to. Come on, get in there. Wow, that does not fit very well on the head, does it? Okay. Hour and a half passed. I am past my deadline. I tried, guys. I really tried. Uh-oh. We're getting somewhere, guys. We're almost there. Sammy, why'd you even jump down if you didn't want to be, if you wanted to be up my butt? Ah, there it is. Sammy, what are you doing? You're not in trouble. You're beautiful. Come here. I love you. It's because I'm in his spot. I usually sit over here, and so I moved his blanket here, and he usually sits here. He's so confused. Sammy, it's okay. I love you. You're so beautiful. I love you so much. Nobody loves a douche quite like a douche dad. Now, you can stay up here if you want, or you can chill. I don't care what you do, as long as you don't do anything bad. Now, you stay here, you chill. You're not in trouble. You're beautiful, and I love you. You look at me like you want to go out. But nope, we're not going out yet. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Okay. Okay, anyway. Whoa, we are getting close on the... just 4 pieces left on D. Is it 26? It's 26. I knew it. 26. What's the matter, Boo-Boos? I know, I am holding something in my hand, and you are instantaneously terrified for no reason. I swear I don't do anything bad to this dog. He's just a coward. But I love him, and he's beautiful. There we are. Oh, 1 piece left on this tree. 1 piece left. D25. 22. There's 25. Ooh. Getting there, getting there, getting there, getting there. Almost. Look at that. 1 piece left on here. 1 piece. Right there. And that's going to be a foot piece. I already know what that's going to do. $22. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Noises happen around you. You're so cute. Okay. Mother-in-law calls. Let's see. Are you busy? Yes. Suck. There we go. Okay. Uh-oh. The final piece of D. The final D piece. Oh, wait, nope, that's not true. There's still one more D piece left. One more D piece. And now it's getting used. This is the final D piece. It is an ankle piece. And then D goes in the box. Make sure. Ooh, yep, cleared. And I need this, the final P piece, which is the other part of the ankle, completely cleared, totally clean, beautiful, wonderful, amazing. And on. Goes on here. Right? Yep. Yep. The two final Z pieces coming off the... trying to roll away. Z is completely cleared. Okay, Sammy. Weird. What's the matter, Bobos? What are you doing? You're getting antsy. Ta-da! And... oh yeah, this is hind leg. Yes! Clip. Clip. Roll. Roll. All C is gone. Look at that. Done. Okay, so the stripe parts go on the bottom, so we're going to stick it on just like that. And this goes in on top. Boom. Okay. All that's left is E with the two pilots and A. And we're taking these off now. We're on step 10 out of 11. We're closing up, getting to an end. Almost there, people. Almost there. A is done. Okay, that's a design choice. Like, it fits around the joint. They're like, yes, this is how we'll build this Zoid. I think it's because it's so much smaller. Well, then the neck doesn't even connect to it now. How does that make any sense? Whatevs. Stick the legs on and shut up, Sin. It puts the legs on the Zoid or else it gets the hose again. Those are hind legs. No, that's a hind leg. Come on. Get in there! See, I don't like that this piece isn't matching up anymore. It was matching up just fine before. Let's try putting that back on. Putting it back on there. Good. Oh, now it matches up fine. See, sometimes you just gotta take things apart and put them back together. Ooh, that just snaps in there. It has no other connecting points. These are going to fall off. These smokestacks. They are definitely falling off. And weapon systems engaged. That's the last of E. Cockpit for the gun. Open. Insert extremely unfortunate individual who gets assigned to that task. Oh man, I hope they don't target the weapon systems. That would really suck for me. Please don't target the thing actively shooting at you. Shoot at the cockpit. That guy has all the armor around him. Oh, this is going to be a challenge to get in there. Okay. To rotate it. Yeah, nice. Pin him down with the control stick. Put the lid down. And there we go. The world's smallest freaking thing. That is the Command Wolf. How does it compare to other Command Wolves? Let's find out. Okay, this is the Kotobukiya. Okay, this is the Tomy one. This is the realized model. And this is the Kotobukiya. Now, Kotobukiya is far more movable, posable, all the good stuff. Tomy is stiff, rigid, almost no movable parts whatsoever, but it walks on its own. So we got this guy, and then we have this little dude. Mama, Daddy, I am part of Wolfpack. Awoo! Can we make him sit? That is the question. Nope. His legs do not go far enough. His legs do not go far enough in to allow him to sit. So, but this review isn't about the Kotobukiya model. It's not, which is falling apart. It's not about the Tomy model, which I'm trying to do custom weapons on. It's about the realized model. It is smaller, but look how posable that is. Not as posable as Kotobukiya. So, not bad. I'm not giving it a rating. I don't do that. I don't give ratings. I think those are misleading. But can't move his head very well. That's a problem. Which makes sense as to why you need the other gunner. Anyway, so, was it fun? Yes. Did it take a very long time? No, about an hour and a half. If I hadn't been joking around and stuff, probably an hour. Hour 15. This is fun model. Pick it up. Zoids needs more love. And Command Wolf is the best boy. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you next time.